As with many mental health statistics, it's hard to know if the figures really represent what is happening. They can only tell us about mental health problems that have been reported. Many cases may go undiagnosed. This may be especially true when it comes to men's mental health. Men are known for bottling things up. Some men might find it hard to talk about their feelings due to the stigma that still surrounds men's mental health. Outdated ideas that men should be strong and seeking help is a sign of weakness can prevent them from opening up or reaching out in tough times. So they often suffer in silence, which can make their mental health even worse. Statistics show 1 in 8 men will experience depression, and 1 in 5 men will experience anxiety at some stage of their lives. The number of men who die by suicide in Australia every year is almost double the national road toll. Talking to your mates about mental health can help remove the stigma and have positive impacts on their well-being. It could even help save a life. We hope these tips on how to talk to men about mental health encourage supportive conversations with your mates when they're doing it tough. Why don't men talk about mental health? Society's expectations and traditional gender roles play a role in why men are less likely to discuss or seek help for their mental health problems. We know that gender stereotypes about women, the idea they should behave or look a certain way, for example, can be damaging to them. But it's important to understand that men can be damaged by stereotypes and expectations too. Men are often expected to be the breadwinners and to be strong, dominant and in control. While these aren't inherently bad things, they can make it harder for men to reach out for help and open up. Some research also suggests that men who can't speak openly about their emotions may be less able to recognize symptoms of mental health problems in themselves, and less likely to reach out for support. Men may also be more likely to use potentially harmful coping methods such as drugs or alcohol and less likely to talk to family or friends about their mental health. However, research suggests men will access help that meets their preferences and is easy to access, meaningful and engaging. Is depression different for men? While there isn't a different sort of male depression, some symptoms are more common in men than women. These include irritability, sudden anger, increased loss of control, risk-taking and aggression. Men may also be more likely to use alcohol and drugs to cope with their depression rather than talking about it. They may use escapist behavior too, such as throwing themselves into their work. Asking how your mate's going doesn't have to be awkward or a big deal. Just bring it up casually after talking about other topics when they're already relaxed. 63% of men are most comfortable talking about their mental health over a drink. Pay attention to tone and body language. It can be hard for men to open up about how they're feeling. Sometimes they might not even know how to put it into words, and it can be so much easier to just fake a smile and say, "I'm fine." It's important to read between the lines if what they're saying doesn't line up with how they're acting. If your mate is saying there's nothing wrong but they're looking away or stiffening up, it could be a sign there's more going on beneath the surface. Show you really care by asking twice. For example, if you ask how they're going and they say they're fine but they don't seem it, you could follow up with something like, "Are you sure? You seem a bit down, stressed lately. Happy to chat about it if you want." Now your mate knows you're being genuine and are willing to listen if they're ready to talk about it. Listen without judgment. If someone has let their guard down and opened up about their mental health, you should make them feel supported and glad they confided in you. Avoid passing judgment, or they could shut down and avoid bringing it up again in future. Don't place blame, tell them what to do, make it about your own experiences, or tell them to man up. If you don't know what to say, simply listen and encourage them to get it off their chest. Follow up to see how they're going. Check in on them regularly to see how things have been and if they might need extra support. If they're not coping, gently encourage them to seek help.